Hello everyone, Mercurial Girl here, and today we are going to be discussing the earth element in astrology. So if you want to pull up your birth chart, you're going to be looking for placements that are in Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, our three earth signs. Now, if you don't have any of your planets in those signs, you still want to watch this video because we are also going to reflect on what it looks like to be lacking earth in your birth chart, as well as doing a deeper dive on the three earth signs. Now, earth as a whole is our sense of groundedness. Earth sign people and earth sign placements help you to be a little bit more present and practical and grounded in the now and what is happening. Earth keeps us moving and motivated. It keeps us focused on what our goals are. And it's really good at figuring out what is happening now that I can do to help a future long-term version of myself and society at large. Earth naturally radiates this kind of grounded and presence. So when you're with an earth sign, you're really gonna feel like you're being seen and heard. They really know how to drop in and be with people one-on-one, but there's usually a little bit of stubbornness to earth signs, and they can appear a little bit more reserved, but that aura is inherently calm and just makes you feel like, I can remember what the now is, you know? I think with all earth signs, with that earthy energy, there's also this drive to engage the senses. They love to take in the world as it is, and that includes this inherent connection to all of the different senses and what they are feeling. There is also a yin quality to earth placement. So it is not a masculine driven energy. Fire and air are our masculine, and earth and water are our yin and feminine energy. So there's definitely this more cyclical, flowy nature, although we'll break down how each of the signs present. There is definitely a softness that is there with earth signs if you look for it, and if you make them feel comfortable enough to be able to drop in and show that side of themselves to you. Now, if you are lacking earth in your birth chart, it can be really tough to set goals and actually achieve them. Earth is really good at being goal-oriented, and if you lack it, it's hard to find that sense of structure, and you often need some earth around you to help kind of talk and figure that out. Earth is also our sense of groundedness. So if you are lacking earth in your chart, it can be really hard to be present and focused and grounded in your body and in the now. So you'll need a lot of practices to engage that sense of groundedness. So meditation, yoga, the things that help drop you in, because you're inherently not going to have that when you lack earth. Earth placements also help give us a sense of security, which also looks at money and just actually being responsible with what needs to happen. So without earth in your chart, you can be very careless with money, not really caring about where things are going and how you're spending it. You can also really lack appreciating the hard work that goes into getting the stuff you want. So there can be a little bit of disorganization there when you're lacking earth. So first up, let's talk about Taurus. So Taurus is dependable. They really radiate this kind of calm aura around them where you just immediately feel comfortable and that you are being heard and listened to with Taurus. Now, Taurus's modality is fixed, which means that Taurus do not like for things to change. Change throws off all of their sense of comfort, which is their top motive. They want to be comfortable. They want to feel good. And if something that is pulling them out from that, they are going to push back. That's when you get to meet Taurus's bull. They do not want to be shoved into anything. They also do not often listen to advice that is given to them. They are thoroughly always doing their own research to figure out what they want to think, but they will listen to you, give suggestions all day long, but them applying what you give them is a whole other story. They're going to move at their own pace, at their own time, and do things when it feels right to them. There is definitely a money component to Taurus compared to the other earth signs. Taurus traditionally rules the second house in astrology, which really is about material wealth and material focus. So Taurus really are driven by money, and when things are not going smoothly for them, that can create a lot of discomfort internally, which they definitely can repress down and struggle with. Their goal is to be successful and to earn enough that they can actually relax. That is another huge motive for Taurus placements. Now, with Taurus, it is ruled by the planet Venus. So, as I've shared before, there is a sensualness to Taurus that gets missed. They really love their comforts, but you can really engage that in a sensual way. They love to usually cook. They love to taste things, smell things, see things, hear things, and really engaging the senses helps them find that sense of like self-love and self-care. That is the work that they can do to feel a little bit more grounded when the world seems kind of chaotic to them, although they don't usually reflect that. I feel like it's much more of an internal battle with Taurus. Next up, let's talk about Virgo. So I have a lot of Virgo placements, so hello, my Virgo people. So Virgo is the earth sign charged by the modality that is mutable, which means Virgo is slightly more adaptable, can shape shift to what the world gives them a little bit more than fellow earth signs. But let's talk that out just a little bit, because Virgo definitely doesn't appear to be as flexible as what is going on underneath the surface. So because Virgo is constantly trying to refine and find order in chaos, it traditionally rules the sixth house, which is all about organization, finding like optimal daily routines that make things feel good and work correctly. So Virgo puts all this effort into creating a system that really is going to problem solve a lot of their troubles so that they can work at the most practical and efficient way. Now, because of this constant digging into detail, it can be tough for Virgo to want to shapeshift and change. And there's a stubborn nature that is at appearance, but I think what goes missed is that Virgo is always learning and taking in details. Don't forget, it is ruled by the planet Mercury, which is the way we take in information, learn, and communicate. So Virgo is sucking all the information in. So when someone just casually suggests something, it can be tough for Virgo to ride along, because there's usually been so much research that has been done on that topic that you would have to really thoroughly explain it for there to be kind of a change of heart with Virgo and what they're thinking and feeling. But they can shift with enough detail. I come off stubborn a lot more than I feel like I actually am on the inside. I just really need to hear a really good detailed explanation for it, you know? Virgo is all about helping others. They are traditionally known as the healers of the zodiac. There is a ton of healing ability. They can use that earthiness to be able to help others solve the problems of their life. And they literally love to do that. And I think because there's that perfectionist tendency with Virgo, it can lead to a lot of like anxiety and nervousness in Virgo's just general temperament, but also I think that can channel out into really high expectations for other people. But never forget that the Virgo person is very hard on themselves and what they think is appropriate and right as well. So with your Virgo placements, to calm them down, let them help you explain your side, communicate. Virgo is ruled by the communication planet in the sky, and you can find your Virgo really meeting you with a good listening ear and really wanting to help guide and move you forward in life. And our final sign we're going to delve into is Capricorn. So Capricorn is just our goal-oriented, always looking to the future, our leaders. They are very, very practical and reliable. Capricorn is a cardinal charged sign, which means that they're taking all that earthy energy, but it's also being charged with this initiation fire. So Capricorn is really good at starting something and getting things going, which can ignite like this really strong leadership quality. Capricorns definitely have to learn to wait for the good things to happen. They know how to optimize their time. They know how to think ahead, but that impatience is definitely something that you always have to work on when you are one of the cardinal signs. Now with Capricorn, they are definitely work and career focused and are going to be paying attention to that. But what goes missed is because their polar opposite is Cancer, there is definitely like this traditional value around Capricorn. They care about their communities. They care about their home, their family, their friends. They're just going to kind of optimize their time and figure out how much of each thing to give. And a lot of times work is going to just get a little bit more time because it's practical to actually help the family. It's coming from a place of love, not always selfishness as it can appear. And although there's this kind of cold, focused nature with Capricorn, they 100% are creative and like to have fun. They just are going to have to pencil it in because they are optimizing their time. They are ruled by the planet Saturn. Saturn is the old wise teacher planet in the sky. We all have to learn hard lessons from our Saturn placement, but because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn naturally, they usually are very mature at a young age and they kind of grow to be more childlike and a little bit less constrained as they get older. So they kind of like age in reverse. Capricorn is 100% going to be successful. They are right on the midheaven in the traditional chart. So they are looking ahead, looking at how they can go into the highest of highs and make things happen. And that energy is so nice to rub off onto you to keep us motivated and focused on what life can be.